history of leadership training and theological education in Quebec. In French, we're speaking really en français. It really doesn't go back very, very far. Myself, I guess about 25 years ago, went off to Bible college and out in English Canada to be trained theologically. And there were a number of us back then that we understood that that was the option, that was the best way to get leadership training. In fact, it was really almost the only way back then. There wasn't really opportunities for theological studies here in French, Protestant evangelical. It was very, very limited. And so most of us would go out to elsewhere in Canada and get our training there. In fact, I was being trained to be a pastor when I went out to seminary. And at the end of my 3 years, I was asked to launch a school here in Quebec. So to do leadership training here, rather than enter the pastoral ministry at that point. And so the challenge has been from the start, how can we do leadership training here in Quebec like any other people or culture or ethnic group would want, ideally, to be able to do leadership training in not only their own language but in their own context. And that's what has been the adventure here, not just with our school, but with a number of other schools here in Quebec. Most church families realizing it's got to happen here, and it's got to happen in our own cultural and religious context.